Hey guys, so basically, I used to go to Barnes and Noble, and it's a good place. There's a lot of books there, and it was so nice to hang out there all the time. And when I tried to return an apple juice, a bottle of apple juice, the very nice person that was working there, who probably had her period that day, she was like, "You can't return this, Harry, like, because I know you, and like, even though I'm very attracted to you, this apple juice is not bad. It didn't go bad, even though it tastes like rusted apple, like rust." Even though it tasted like rusted apples, you're not allowed to return anything because um, this modern society is stopping people like you from returning things. So basically, I've never returned anything in my life because every time I try to return something, they're like, "You can't return this, Harry. Like, you bought this with your own money, and you bought this with government money. We don't need we can't honor your receipt anymore." And basically, I don't have receipts because like, who's gonna walk around with like a million receipts in their pocket, just waiting for them to like harass you and like waiting for them to fuck you over? So basically, I don't have receipts. Why would I have a receipt? I don't need a receipt. Like, you know me, I come here every day, Barnes and Noble. I have apple juice in my hand. Where did I get this from? Like, my house? that I bring this apple juice from my house, and all of a sudden it's like, Barnes and Noble, can I return this for like $2? Imagine like a group of people just started doing that, like say like, can I return this can of soda? And like, so you buy it at BJ's, and then you're just like, you buy them for like, I think like a really cheap like a really cheap price. Like, you can buy like a 24, no, not 24. You can buy like a 46 pack can of soda, and like just put it in your like purse, and then like say like, can I return this? Like, I never, I didn't drink out of this, and I didn't even like, well, put my dirty hands on this. I returned this. I didn't. I This can is like, is not the style that I wanted. It doesn't fit me. This can is not my size, so I'd like to return this can that I bought for 30 cents for $2. For $2, is that the way Anonymous wants us to work? So we can like stop getting overcharged for a can of soda. What is a can of soda worth now? Like $2, 2.50 for a can of soda? Really? You know what it is? It's just water. It's just fucking water. Basically, it's like like it's like 80% water and like some other shit. Like, who knows? Who cares what's in there? It's really good though. Honestly, it's really good. I'm not gonna like downplay how good Coca Cola is. I'm actually not lying. Like, I actually do like Warren Buffett because like he bought like stocks of Coca Cola. Why wouldn't he buy stocks of Coca Cola? Coca Cola. Why wouldn't he buy stocks of Coca Cola if it just tastes so good? Like, coming down, like when you get down on your knees and you're drinking this Coca Cola, like how tasty does it sound? Like, and then like this is like, there's a Jesus and LGBTQI techie guy who wants to harass you all day, and like he's like, oh, he's retweeting these really fucking faggoty posts that are so stupid. By the way, like, I'm just like, dude, you can't even show your real photo up because you're a loser, dude. That's why. Like, all these people with like fake photos up on their profile, you know why they do that? Either they're like obnoxiously ugly, or just like they're hiding something. And I'm not talking about anonymous, because they're actually hiding because like, 'cause they're doing really good things, and like they're supposed to be doing these things. Like, I'm not talking about organizations like that, but like these people that are just hiding and like commenting on my things, and just like, you know what? The reason you don't show your face is because you're a scumbag. You're a piece of shit. and like and like who wants to talk to you anyways? So when you go out, like they're like, oh, they don't know who I am. No, they do know who you are because like you're a piece of shit, and like everyone notices it because your energy is like so terrible. Like you walk around and you're like, why is everyone treating me so badly? And sometimes they don't even treat them badly. Someone's just super nice to them because they don't want their bad energy, their bad juju on them. So they're like, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sure. Now get the fuck out of here. And then they say, do you want this to go? And they're like, yeah, actually, I did want this to go. And they're like, good. Get out of here. Get out of here. And then, but usually they don't realize that like these people, these bad people with like bad juju energy, they're like, ah, that's so weird. I really did want to leave. But like they don't realize that all these people that say like, do you want this to go? And it's basically it's a weird thing. Like this is before this era. I'm talking about like before COVID. I'm talking like a long time ago. Maybe it doesn't happen now as much. It still happens every now and again. They're like, "Do you want this? Do you want this? This like Happy Meal to go? Yeah. I walked into the store because wanted it to go. Yeah. I don't see anybody in here. So so what are you guys gonna do? Like a massive McDonald's orgy in there? Is that why you don't want? Is that why you want me to leave? Is that why is like Ronald McDonald hiding in the back with his like strap on? Like a strap on in the back and like a penis in the front. Is this why you guys is this what you guys are hiding all day? Is this why you guys love your job so much? Is this why you always want everybody busy all day? Because like basically once they leave, like everyone's just like whips out their they're like McDonald's fries Johnny Cochran. Why is everyone making fun of Johnny Cochran? Is he still alive? Oh, I'm wondering. I'm asking people. I'm asking people around town to see if Johnny Cochran is still alive. Because I like to talk to him. I actually like him. I think he's a cool guy. And like Johnny Cochran, if you're around, I'm not saying change your name because that's I think your name is cool. I bet there's like actually a story behind the name. I bet there's actually a really good. I bet he actually has a good that name has a good meaning, and like so they all fucking changed the name around. Like who originally called the penis a cock? Some guy is like stupid. It's like a cock is a bird, and like I understand the significance. I understand the etymology of it. It's I understand the etymology of like cock and like and like one of those roosters. I do understand the etymology of it because it makes sense and like I understand like there's like social etymology, which is like a new study of things. It's like if you do social etymology with symbols, like you wear a rainbow flag and then you're gay or well LGBTQ whatever I don't give a fuck. And what you also you have rainbows in like God's arms. So it's just a weird etymology of symbolism. So you're tracing back certain things of like aspects of like love and like so even with like let me see with like Audi and those like rings it's just like they're equating it to like Olympiads the Olympics or the Olympiads and then so they want people to know that these people are that the Audi is two things actually. Audi is like, the brand seems like it's like if you don't think about music, you think about like symphonies, like a car can be a symphony, but you also think about like how like these circles together and I mean you can't see it from the Olympics because it's like it's trademark probably. I'm sure it is by now, but I'm sure. I mean, I know it is, but the Audi uses the positive enforcement of the Olympics to use their symbol, which like if you want to have a company, you want to like associate yourself with something that's not gonna like that's not gonna like make you look like a fucking retard or like some. I mean, I understand. Like, I'm not. You just want to associate yourself with something that's not like terrible. Like, do you want to like associate yourself with some like like sewer water with like a job? Like, hey, is this the sewer? Is this the sewer the export company, and you're like really a restaurant. No, you don't want to do that. Trust me, you don't. So that's the thing. That's what happens. Like you just like with branding, you just want to do that. So like what my branding is like Oregon Kool-Aid. I told someone the story, and I haven't actually discussed why I do this Oregon Kool-Aid, and like it's so weird because it's like everyone talks about Osho and like me. Yeah, I'm second generation Osho. Like first generation would be Deepak Casey, and then I'm after him because I studied under him directly. So, but the thing is like with Oregon, because I know there's I guess that's where Osho went in Oregon, and it's just like very intuitive of me to do that. But it's also like I told someone, which is my theory on the Oregon Kool-Aid thing. It's just like I'm officially a guru, but at the time I wasn't like ordained a guru. But like it's like I always had this like this aspect of me that was very guru-ish. So you do assume a name because in some sense you resemble the name. But like if it's the story goes that like this is what I told somebody um from the Art Mexico Arts Council. I said like, look, this name is like representative of how a guru will tell you something very important, and if you don't listen to what the guru says, either you you ruin your life, or you just walk away. But if you take the advice, sometimes if you don't take the advice, you can ruin your life, and pretty much maybe if it's a minimal thing, it won't affect you. Gurus usually tell you really important things for a reason, because it's like they're told to tell you these things. They're told by the creator, by the goddess, to tell you these things. They're saying something for a reason. It's not like it's not because of anything else. They're saying like, do this, do that. It's not them that tells you. It's the guru channeling the guru, the original guru. The original guru is Krishna, or Shiva, or whatever, or Brahma. That's the original guru, and they're channeling the guru, and so the gurus channel the guru of the guru, which is even a greater guru, and then they tell you all these things, and you don't listen, you don't try to do these things. That's a problem. And then so Oregon Kool-Aid is like, take the Kool-Aid, trust me. Like, and no one trusts the Kool-Aid anymore because it's all been like, it's poisonous. And that's the whole point of it. The Kool-Aid is poison. Like, just like Adam and Eve, Adama is I forget, I can't pronounce the name. But Eve is Pandora. Eve is Pandora. And like, you gotta drink the Kool-Aid, dude. You gotta drink the wisdom, all these like weird things that came out of Pandora's box. You have to drink that, to get to the good stuff. The good stuff came out first, of course, but then the bad stuff came out. But then there's even deeper things within past the bad stuff that comes with past the bad stuff. That's the good things, but that it comes with the really terrible things. And then once you take that stuff, I'm not talking about taking drugs. Like I'm not saying it's wrong to take drugs. I'm not saying it won't help you, because it just might help you, but it will make you borderline retarded if you do enough of it. Like, I've seen people like flip out and like never come back. So I mean, be mindful and like have a guide. That's the thing. I mean, people are lucky for a reason because they have good karma, but like not everyone like has that bliss. And like, if you're doing drugs, like don't drive or whatever. And like, so, there is like karmatic repercussions for doing certain things like that, opening up yourself and not being careful, because like taking care of your body and your mind and your spirit is a karma. You incur karma. It's an action, and there's a response to that. Like, if you don't brush your teeth every day, then there's a karma to that. There's an action, there's a response. And like, the action is not brushing your teeth, and the response is just bad teeth. And like, yeah, I have bad teeth, but that's, you know why I have bad teeth. I had this like bad spirit come like into my house. It wasn't a physical person. It was just a bad spirit telling me to use my mom's toothpick. It's like it's like a little metal pick, and then use it on my tooth. And like my teeth were perfect. My teeth were really perfect. My teeth were fucking perfect. Honestly, they were perfect. And like it wasn't cavities that did this to my teeth. Look, it wasn't cavities that did this. Trust me, it wasn't cavities that did this to my teeth. Like I picked a little bit off, and then like I went to the dentist and she picked off like both teeth. And no, she picked up four teeth, and it was only one tooth. So see how see why I call these people like nigger and like stupid people. She picked out like four teeth for no reason. So I'm just like, I at the time I was like kind of like naive, and I was just like, why? I didn't ask like, why, bitch, why are you doing this to me? And like it's just this is then I just think about the Nazis and like how they treated the Jews and like all these other people. You know, I the thing is the Jews weren't the only ones. The black people, gay people, you know, all these people were even I forgot the Slavs were accused were accused of fucking up Hitler's flow because he was trying to get laid. So you know that's the whole the premise of the Holocaust. Hitler couldn't get laid, and like it's not like people were who are conspiring against. It's so hilarious. It's not that Hitler. It's not just that Hitler couldn't get laid. Hitler couldn't go to art school. Hitler couldn't do this. Hitler couldn't do that. So you do gotta like think about why they did that and like were they planning on making him a Hitler? I think about it. I'm like everyone wants revenge. Exactly. Everyone wants revenge. But sometimes you go too far, you know. And like I understand that people want revenge on people want revenge on me. It's just like look, you guys are pieces of shit. You guys are nobody to me. Like I must have like picked on them in high school, and like literally like it must have been like the saddest experience for them to be picked on by this like skinny like I think I was like 110 pounds at the time. Sometimes I picked on like kids that were like literally smaller than me. It was so hilarious. Like I would pick on kids that were like thinner than me. No, they were bigger than me and like fatter than me and like taller than me and even and fatter weighed more than me. I would pick on them and I'm just like, and in the sense I would walk away, but like, thank God I didn't get my ass kicked. But it's like a psychological thing, and like actually, but the thing is, I actually know how to fight. That's the thing. I actually know how to fight. Like I can get someone. I can pick. I can like pick a fight and like actually kick someone's ass that's like at least like one and a half, not one and a half taller than me, but just like I can pick. I can like take someone down. Like so that's a little bigger than me, because it's not that I don't give up or anything, but I don't. But it's like if I'm really fighting, I don't give up. But like which is definitely like something that's like you got to think about that. Like if you're gonna fight someone that doesn't give up, you got to think about that very serious. You got to take that into account. Like if you see some crazy guy and you're like, this guy may not stop the fight ever until I either kill him or he either kills me. You don't want to get to a fight. You don't want to get to a fight like that because you're gonna have to kill him or he's gonna kill you or she's gonna kill him or she's gonna kill you or you're gonna kill her. And you don't want to get into a fight like that. You honestly gotta like think about these fights because like you just want to think about it because it's like sometimes people have weapons and like and their last resort is just like, you know what, you insulted the shit out of me by even starting this fight, and like or like you shouldn't have fought me because it's like now I'm pissed off. I was having a rotten day, and now that you came up to me and just talked to me really insulting, you know, it's not honestly like sometimes people don't take shit. Sometimes people just realize that like this is the last time, and you know, and I do realize that like, and I do say death before dishonor, and I mean it. Like, that's what the Bhagavad Gita said. And I'm not telling everyone to start killing people or anything, but like it is death before dishonor, dude. Like if someone's just gonna insult you all day and be like, hey, and it's like a subtle insult, just subtly insulting you every day. You think you should just take this thing like you're like, oh, you look fat today, but like in a weird subtle way, like you should, or like you should smile more, or like you should, this girls get that, girls get that a lot. It's like, no, you know why I don't smile? Because I don't like you. I don't smile because I don't like you, dude. Like I do smile, but not around you. So all these girls, I realize all these girls, like especially girls, because girls, it's like programmed into their system to like do certain things, and like guys are programmed to do certain things. But I understand, like if someone wasn't doesn't want to smile at you, that's fine. Just laugh it off. Just laugh it off. They're not gonna smile at you. Just laugh it off. It's fine. But like, and I it's just laugh it off. It's fine. Like if someone doesn't want to smile at you, when you say hi, how are you, and you want to like talk to this guy or girl, just laugh it off, or just say, I get it. Just admit that this person is beautiful. That's the reason you want to talk to them. But like they just don't want to talk to you. Maybe they're just having a bad day. Like I have bad days, and I give everyone the finger. Sometimes I don't even hate them. I'm just having a bad day. I'm like having a moment, and I feel like someone in the room is like trash talking me in their head. And I'm just like, I'm having a bad day, I don't really hate you if I'm giving you the finger. Not all the time. Sometimes I actually do, by the way. But like I don't always hate you if I'm giving you the finger, or if I'm yelling at you or calling you the N-word or something. I don't. I just feel some gnashing energy of like at least one person. Like I'll tell you one thing. Like I feel like intuitively that there's always at least one angel around me in human form. If there's enough people, if there's like a lot of people, there's always at least one angel there. But like there's always at least one asshole around me. I'm telling you, there's always at least one asshole around me, and I feel it. Like I know these guys are assholes. Like I know that's the thing. I know these guys are assholes. Like, I feel them, and like, but the thing is, I can't always feel who it is. That's the problem. I can't always say. I can't always say that I know who's harassing me all day. Because like sometimes I'll go into a place and I'll be like, oh, I can't stay in here. Like someone's just staring at me with the evil eye. I get it. I don't mind being stared at by people all the time. But like when someone gives me the evil eye, like yeah, I have all this protection, like all this. Check it out. I have all this jewelry, which does help. It does help, by the way, because it's like you're making yourself more beautiful, more attractive, so you have more energy around you that's like shielding you, more like beauty, like peacocks. Just like you wear a feather, and people just start staring at you, and they're like, wow, you look beautiful. But then there's always that one guy or a girl that's like, why do you have feathers? I don't have feathers. And I'm just like, well, why don't you buy your own fucking feathers then, bitch? Or why don't you buy your own? Bitch is not necessarily a female thing. Like, it's a female and male thing. Like, you can be a bitch if you're a male. You can be a bitch if you're a female. It doesn't really matter, actually. But, why don't you just get a feather yourself? Like, instead of, trying to usurp me. And, and you just wonder why these people always, like, hate. Like, if, for instance, like, if you buy a car, people are always gonna be like, oh, you have a car. I, you have a, they're always like, "Oh, you have a car now." I thought you were walking all day, and then they treat you differently. It's not because they're like it's a weird thing when you have things and they treat you differently. You know what it really is. It is that you have something new, but it's really like if they're bad people, at least. Like now, good people don't normally do that. Good people don't really do that. But if you're a bad person and you just, not you the bad person, but like you just, let's say you bought a car, like a fancy car, like and then and like maybe it's like you bought it used or something. You don't have to buy a fancy new car, but you bought it used, and then that bad person's like, oh, nice car, just like just like that, like nice car. Like, I thought you were homeless or something, but like now you have a car. I thought you didn't have a good job, and like you work somewhere that's like that makes this person assume that you're like not important, and then like and then they don't really know. Sometimes they don't really know you're going to school or something. It's not the same. It's not the. They always want to inverse these things. They want to say like, "Well, that's what you do to me." It's like I don't do that to you. Like I actually don't care enough about you to actually care about you. And they always inverse it again. It's like, "Well, that's what you do to me. That's what you do to me. That's what you do to me." And I'm like, no, because I. This is how I feel. This is actually how I feel. And like you're just trying to like be a simulacrum to me, so everyone wants to steal your idea of like why your rationale actually, and then it's just like, well, you know what, the reason why I exist is because I'm an original being, and not everyone is an original being. Trust me, not everyone is an original being, and like not everyone is a god, not everyone is a Buddha, not everyone is a bodhisattva. Like I've meditated thousands of hours or thousands of minutes as they want to pretend that I've meditated for whatever, because it's just hilarious, by the way, for me. But however minutes I've meditated, it's a lot more than most people, and like so it's a lot more than most people, and just like so people want to treat me the same or less than I should be treated, and like and it's more like a power struggle thing. It's like it is politics, but it's not like the conventional politics of like government. It's more like social politics, and like people want to say like, you don't deserve the things you have because you don't work as hard, and like no one really knows what you do. No one really knows how you do these things. No one really knows because they don't ask. They really don't care. Like when I went to Borders, when I worked at what I didn't work at Borders, but I hung out there all the time. So, all these guys and girls, they're always giving me the weird look because I was at Borders all the time, and they're like, "Hey, don't you want a job?" And I'm just like, you know what? I do have a job. I'm an artist. I'm a musician. I'm a writer. Why do you care so much? Why do you care so much what I do? Like just do your job, and I'll do my do your job, and like I won't buy, and like and I won't, and I'll buy my things with my money, and like so you just do your job, and that's it. You don't have to you know ask me what I do with my money, because like basically all these people were so jealous of me. I feel it was truly jealous of me, because like I went to the Borders, and I walked in with a "Gimme Head Till I'm Dead" t-shirt, and it was so weird because like honestly they wanted to control my body so much. Like do you know how weird it is? Like it's so weird because I feel so connected to all these women, that's like, especially in the Arab world, that's like, that are like, you can't wear that skirt, you can't wear those bikinis, and I'm just like, I feel so connected to them. At that moment I felt like so connected to the Arab women of the world, because I'm just like, I was wearing the "Gimme Head Till I'm Dead" shirt, and this one, I don't know if it was a guy or a girl. I think it was actually a girl, which is the weirdest thing. Like I walked up to her and I'm like, "Hey, can I get a cup of coffee?" Wearing my T-shirt, and she's like, "You know what? Get out of here." And I'm just like, I mean, I do have money. What do you, do I need like, I didn't tell her that because at the time I was just like used to being abused all my life. Not by my mom or dad or anything, whatever. But I'm talking about like people out that are in the public sphere. And I'm just like, well, why can't I like, buy a coffee? Like, so if I was wearing a dress, like, would that be different? Like, I would never wear a dress. I'm not like that. I don't. I mean, I'm not against it, but I wouldn't do it for myself. But I'm like, why do you feel the need to control my body and what I wear? Like, if I wore this